I was like obligating myself to people before there was a contract signed, and I felt locked in, like I was letting the client make the decision for me a lot of the times. I had developed poor boundaries in terms of like just how I operated with doing work. I never really fully got to the point where I was charging what I'm actually worth. Kind of got to the point where I was like dreading working every day. Like it wasn't fun to wake up and think like I get to design for a living. I mean, no offense to the coaching industry at all, but I kind of was like a little bit leery of getting involved. I felt something pretty deeply when I was reading through your story on your website, and I felt like I connected with the way that you were approaching things. And I'm like, okay, this whole time in the back of my head, I'm like, if I'm going to do something like this, if I'm going to reach out, I want to find someone who's doing it a little bit differently than what I've seen. Reading through your own personal story, I was like, this is exactly the kind of perspective that I'm looking for. Someone who's not going to tell me to just work harder. Something that I already feel like I'm telling myself. I think that's what put it to rest. Is I was like, okay, there is definitely something here. I feel like this is a breath of fresh air. So it's June 2021, and for the first half of the year, with the changes that I've made in my business, if I were to just finish the existing projects that I have and not take on any new clients or new projects, and if my retainers were to let me go or cut me off, then I would be making more money just in the first half of 2021 than I did all of 2020. The biggest change has been thinking about the sort of like the ideal clients that I want to work with. Everything that is currently going on in my schedule represents those ideal clients. And it's wild because I didn't expect that to happen. I expected that to be like, yeah, I'm going to move this direction and I will eventually do that. But like, it's already started happening. Excited that I can set some sort of a goal and I actually can like think in the direction that is necessary to actually accomplish the goal. I always felt in the past, like, why set goals that feels impossible? I fail at them all the time. And now I am like in a position where I'm like, okay, like if I want to do this thing, I can approach what I'm doing with my business with the same authority that I have in coming to the Lord and like interceding for someone. The Lord has been like showing me that what I'm doing in my business is actually a calling. In short, just do it. The potential of things changing was strong enough that it was worth like reaching for. In terms of investments, it's like the single most helpful financial investment that I've ever made in my business. I mean, bar none. I was skeptical, but this is an incredible thing. Investing in something means that you're like putting forth some level of commitment, and like you have to be willing to do that, I think. So if you're not willing to commit, then don't do it. But if you are, then absolutely do it.